Okay.
What? Why now? He literally didn't make a noise.
I didn't even actually think that he was going to react the way he was.
And that was weird. What the hell, man?
More of a different cry than he usually does. Because usually it's a bark. That was actually kind of a little bit more of a cry. A cry. What's going on, man?
The town crier.
Oh, did I call Petey that or did I call Curly that?
Both of them.
Well, my dad
that.
used to call my childhood cat I had two childhood cats. It was Elliot and Elvis. He called Elvis the town crier.
Yeah.
Because Elvis had it's not funny, but it I don't know. When I was younger, it was. But Elvis had
an eating disorder.
No, he had a sex change.
Oh.
Like I guess he developed one of those. I don't remember what illness it was, but saving his life was essentially doing a transition. Yeah, but he was young. I mean, he was like probably 2 years old because he lived to be 17.
That was your buddy.
Elliot was my buddy.
Oh, Elliot and Elvis.
Elliot didn't. Elvis died about 8 months before Elliot did. So yeah, I mean, and they were up there. I mean, Elliot just turned 18.
He lived to be 18.
Yeah, they both. Yeah, I mean, yeah, as far as I remember, yeah, 18. Elvis was 17. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
That burp got me. Petey, I don't like. I'm still kind of perplexed by why you just barked at me like that.
Yeah, that was a little.
The fuck,
strange. Because I would have understood if it was like right on the. And that's the thing. Like we would have to watch the tape back. Because I know he's done it if you clap, but he's done it before when you've clapped. But not like in this particular circumstance. Just like if you've ever clapped, around the house when we're like making like country parodies.
Clap. Can't be beat.
We just
got it on the back of a toilet seat. Oh yeah.
Well, that was more referring to like remember when we do like any parody country songs that have that syncopation. Yeah,
but you do it like. Can I be frank?
Yeah.
You do it so white.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm not trying to be something that I'm not. May I ask what is it about it that's white? Like what is it?
Clap like you're clapping on the 1 and the 3. When really it's dun 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 dun. But you're like dun 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 dun.
Sorry, I don't know what you're trying to say about
white dudes only like to do this.
I'm trying to figure
the people
out,
that aren't.
I'm trying to figure out what is the underlying message of what you're trying to tell me.
White.
Is that it? That I am what I appear to be.
You are super white.
Are you seeing? How about we take a look at my outfit? This says.
You wearing Pumas, which is perfect for Puma pants.
Which apparently white people only do.
And you were a frat boy, and that shirt's very frat boy.
Frat boy's a loose.
You modeled for Abercrombie at one point.
Thank you. Frat, very loose term.
But you were, weren't you?
Yes.
You were in a fraternity.
Yes, I was. But it's not like the
frat boy.
It wasn't the crazy stuff that you would see in the movies.
What's the craziest thing that ever happened? Are you allowed to talk about this? Is it like Fight Club?
I don't. No, I didn't. But that's the thing. Like, I didn't go to a lot of any parties, and I never heard anything about like anything crazy that happened. Maybe
no,
like
you got. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that.
Oh, that's some John Kiriakou shit you just pulled right there. You're like,
you can't.
We don't talk about Fight Club. I just asked you, and you were like, "Nah, we didn't do anything crazy."
Well, no, but that when I was in, not where you need to stop it now.
Why?
Can't talk about it.
I mean, I believe you. But
no, stop. Like it needs.
I am stopping.
No, I just It's been a long time, but
You know what? No. Fuck this and whatever happened. Babe, you can talk about it.
no, because you know why? Because I'm fine.
I feel like there's some.
No, there isn't. There really isn't. I just don't. Yeah.
Do you suggest that other people go sign up and do fraternities?
I do. Yeah. No, there's a good benefit to it because I mean that was one of the things I enjoyed. You found community.
Yeah. Like church?
Yeah, I think in a sense, yeah.
Yeah.
But there was no like Bible or anything. No,
Brotherhood.
No, I mean, and that was true. I mean, I went through a lot of things throughout college, and I could always depend on any of them to help me through a trying time, and that was.
Listen. I have no opinion on it. I didn't even go to college.
No. But like.
And you went to college twice.
Yeah, So there you go.
Very different.
Yeah, I thought about that a couple days ago. Actually, I don't know what triggered it, but it was. I don't know.
You're really good at school.
Well, that wasn't why it got brought up. It was, I thought about that. I was like, I think in my head that I do. It's interesting because like I don't know. It's interesting that you look at like how life has been because I don't have any degrees on the wall or anything like that. So like,
we could do that.
No, I don't want to. Like,
no, I would love that. Be like, look how smart my fucking husband is.
No, because like it's
masters.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, hey, babe. And
I know there's no.
And you'd walk in the house and be like, look at that smart husband.
If I'm gonna be honest with you, I think like I don't think I got a master's for the right reasons. And I can talk about. I'll talk about that. Yeah, I think I did it to show off.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and it was an ego thing.
You and I are very different.
No, I know, but no, I mean, because it's true. When I got it, first off, I was 2 years after my mom died, and so like I wasn't even dealing with that right. So then, yeah, I went. My mom left me inheritance. It's And I know for a long time she wanted me to go to school. Now my mom, not really knowing anything about like the collegiate curriculum, and she's like, "Well, go get a master's degree for broadcasting." And at the time that like there is now, because like broadcasting has become a little bit of a different, especially with multimedia now, like it's become a more dominant, like prominent thing that people should have more collegiate experience in. But at the time it was like, the whole point of you going to be a broadcaster is that you go out, you get your degree to become a broadcaster, and so I was like, what, that's what I would go to school for? And then I just decided to go for student affairs special, because I liked that when I was an RA in college. And yeah, I don't know. But I think I did a lot of it to show off. I think it was just like, oh, here's another thing to notch. And I think I did it because I needed an ego boost, if I'm being honest. I needed some ego boost that was just going to take me out of my depression. And guess what? You learn that it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen like that. And that's a life lesson you need. That's a life lesson you need. And that it's a $20,000 lesson. That's
well, you're not alone.
That's contender to the
there are a lot of people
title tonight.
There are a lot of people in the world and in the United States of America that are also in the same boat as you. So, hey, at least you got that going for you. I'm not alone in debt because I'm smart. That's why you need to put it on the wall.
No, that's you. You don't have any debt.
No.
I have debt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have debt. I right now have debt to the point that I had something in debt collection. So I have something in debt, so I'm paying money to get it out of debt.
Yeah. I'm really glad I don't have that.
Yeah.
But when I graduated high school, I went through
And I know how idiotic that sounds, by the way, because it's for loans from 2014.
It was so long ago.
Yeah.
What happened in 2014? That's a blur.
I graduated college, and then my grandmother and my mother died.
I think that's whenever I met Theo Akai and we formed Ociela.
Oh.
Yeah, that would make sense. 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like 2014, 15. Yeah, that changed my life. But I was like 26, 27.
Yeah, the math. Yeah, because I would have been 22. Yeah.
20.
Yeah, that's right. That spread.
Yeah.
That math adds up. 22, 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
But when I graduated high school, I went through a pretty severe depression. I did not handle adulting very well. We've talked about this on past episodes. And
I didn't know.
TGI Fridays.
I was honestly surprised by that. When we discussed that, I was a little surprised. I was like, dude, really? Like TGI, out of all the places, like TGI Fridays, and like, I do. I'm not gonna lie. I've only visited one of them. I'll get us on track real quick. But I did visit an Apple. Oh, I told you that. I did visit an Applebee's after post our one episode talking about it.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't. I've seen.
It was in the back of my mind.
There was a couple of people recently that posted about their food at Applebee's, and it literally. I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Well, we're not even talking about that.
Oh, you're not going to talk about that?
Do not go online and look up people posting their horrible dining experiences at restaurants because they'll be like, I've already contacted the health department and I contacted 2 managers. I haven't gotten a call back, and this is what we found. And it's like half of a mouse's head inside of a cranberry salad.
But hey,
and
man,
I just cannot.
Can I just say something though, like about like those are like just terrible things, but like if that was, if you were gonna go out, like if you were gonna die, like what an exclamation point to go out on.
Dying from a mouse salad?
A mouse salad. Like that's like 1,000 ways to die.
That just makes me so. That makes me so sick.
Like
I really don't want to talk about that anymore. Oh my god. Fuck mice. Ew. Why can't you just stay out of salads, you dumb bitches?
But was it reported like the mouse went you know what? I can clearly tell you don't want to discuss it anymore.
I don't even want to know, man.
All right,
because
we know.
I already can't eat out anywhere.
Right, not anymore.
But when I do, I want to enjoy it, and I don't want to have this little fucking
we
thing
don't go
in the
to
back
many.
of my head.
We don't. To be honest, we don't go to many franchises. Yeah. Not a lot of
it's not worth it.
Or chains or anything like that.
No. And listen,
because we live in a small town. That's pretty much all we eat. Is whatever's in the small town, which only is mostly local, with the exception of.
We've got your normal small town things, and we got an ice cream shop.
Yep, that's a homegrown ice cream shop. Yes.
We got a grocery store.
Yep.
We got a DG.
Yep.
We got a liquor store.
Liquor, pizza, Mexican.
Yeah, and a Casey's.
Yep.
That truck sounded big.
Yeah, just a little.
I
think there's more than one.
And they're all within walking distance.
Yes.
Which I love.
Mm-hmm.
And, I like... Back in when I was younger, when I graduated from high school, I got away from places like where we live now.
Right.
And I wanted to live in the city.
What you thought was the city.
I wanted to... I romanticized the idea of being independent. And I didn't really even know what that meant.
But when you bring up, did you ever consider because I know you were in high school and you went to visit New York City. So when you graduated high school, did you ever have any ambition about going to small town girl, going to the big city life?
I didn't know how to.
That, or were you always
no.
Okay?
Sorry. No, I wanted to. I wanted to do things like that, but I didn't have a stable enough upbringing to give me the confidence to do that. honestly. Like, looking back on it, like, if I would have done that, I would have been an alcoholic. I would have been addicted to drugs.
Oh, so you think that you just didn't have that, like, maturity at that point?
No, I didn't have that.
Yeah.
Dude, my frontal lobe cortex forming was very important. Because I went through some trauma as a kid.
Yeah.
And I was not wild, you know, but I wanted to go constantly. I wanted to, I don't know, I didn't want to be at home. And I had a lot of drive.
Right.
It was just so misplaced. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I knew singing was the goal. I know, like, singing is the goal. Like, people just wouldn't let me stop doing it. They just, somebody always asked me to do it. There's always another opportunity. And then I got into studio session work whenever I was 18. And that kind of opened a whole new door of, like, oh, what? I didn't even know you could do this shit, like, and make money. But then I started, you know,
well, you get fatigued from it, yeah, because
you're working for other people.
Well, it's not only that, but it becomes from the passion then to become demanding and work, and it's now it's kind of a two-way street, right? You're dependent on them for work and opportunity for money, but they're dependent on you to, be capable in the moment and be ready to go at, like, a call's notice,
Let's go back a few episodes, and I'm going to remind everybody that I had to learn everything the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing ever came easy to me,
mm-hmm.
and I was stubborn as fuck, and I just really got my own way. And I'm almost 40, and I'm just now starting to figure it out, how to compartmentalize, how to adult, it was just not only it wasn't all my fault. I mean, getting in my own way, but just like I didn't know who I was, and I'm just really grateful. Well, I'm not gonna say that because I was gonna say something, but that's not true. I'm grateful that I have the opportunity now to express myself authentically, because being authentic is the fucking hardest thing on the planet. It's difficult because you don't realize that you're being inauthentic, even like if you are an artist and you are trying to be original, you usually are.
Yeah, I mean,
you usually are.
I think you're
motivate.
always. I don't think anyone's doing everything usually original. I think if we see things that seem original today, and I didn't mean to take you off track, because I do.
No,
agree.
what I'm saying is that, like, people think they're being original, but really they're, like, not even realizing that they are copycatting their influences.
Yes, in some way, yeah, absolutely.
And in order to not do that, like, people are gonna do it no matter what. But I hear it too much lately from these artists. I'm like, I heard an artist the other day where I'm like, they're like ripping off Cage the Elephant completely.
Mm-hmm.
And it is like, 15, 20 years later.
Right.
But it still doesn't like make a difference to me. I'm just like, they're still fucking ripping off this artist. They're not authentic at all.
Well, yeah. But yeah.
I don't even know if I'm authentic. Like, I'm just really trying. But that's my goal.
Right. I think.
But at 18, I didn't have goals.
Yeah, right.
I was just trying to survive. I didn't know how to get through shit. And I emotionally had a lot to work through.
Yeah.
And then topping more fucking shit on top of it. Mm-hmm. And then your 30s, ladies and gentlemen, are 30s are an introspective time. Your 20s are, what the fuck? Like your hormones, everyone expects you to be an adult.
It is by far probably, I mean, if you experience emotional roller coasters in certain situations, I feel like your 20s are really a roller coaster because it is probably the worst. I'd like to think from my experience, and then my own experience, shared experience with people in my circle throughout my 20s, was the time where people had to face the realities of the hardships of life and how to navigate things that are not really taught to you.
Or mortality.
Like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like when people pass on, that's the time when you start hearing, whether it's your friends or just people, people in your family that are older. Yeah. And that in turn, you go, I don't know how to process this. I don't know how to be effective, especially like I have to be a regular member of society and still put on a brave face and still face the day, and yet here I am in my depths of despair of this grief and the sadness that I'm feeling. And especially it's hard because when you are in your 20s and you have peers in your 20s, some of them are not knowing what that experience is like yet. You know what I mean? Like, they have not gone through it, so they don't know how to
and they don't know how to
identify.
be there for you.
And that's always the battle, because then, you know, if you really take in your grief, it can affect you pretty seriously, where people may want to kind of keep you at arm's length, you know? And that happens, and that happened with me for sure. But
it happened with me for sure, but it wasn't for that reason necessarily.
What was I on?
Lamb chop?
No, something was on my foot.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just like I don't know, piece of tissue or something. I guess a wet tissue thing. I don't know.
Curly.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy.
Yeah, the 20s.
It's just like you said. 30s is introspective because like you're still dealing.
20s is like you're shot out of a cannon.
Yeah,
you're thrown to the lions and just like figure it out. Figure out how to get evicted.
I think we're creatures. I think we're creatures at that point. I think once you turn like 27, I think once you pass that year that a lot of the greats that kind of
passed away,
lost too soon. I think if you can pass that year, I think you're a say decent member of society.
You hear that, folks? If you can live to 27, you may have a chance.
I'm not saying that you don't have a chance below that number, but what I am
27.
I'm not an expert.
Yeah.
But I do think that like it's like we're creatures. We're just like walking around and we're trying to figure out like what is love really? Like, is Hathaway really like I don't that he never answered that question. He just said don't hurt me. That's all he said. So what is actual love? Is this just love? Is this lust? Is this a fling? Do I have these feelings? How do I know if this is the right like entry level salary to have, or is this job even gonna like all these things? And then you have to deal with all of that.
Again, we had very different 20s.
Isn't that so interesting? Because like that's not but that was in my circle. Like that
we
was
had
the thing.
such vastly different past lives.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we ended up in love.
That's
How
right.
does that happen?
But I think that's they really say opposites attract. And that's the thing we met doing regarding a common thing.
Yeah.
So that is interesting now that I see that, because like that seemed like, I think that's usually everyone's like, when people that know us, they were like, oh, that makes sense. And then
that makes sense.
no, but remember, like people did say that, like, oh well, he sings really good and she sings really good. That was the only criteria. By the way, that was the only fucking criteria everyone had, was just vocal ability. That was it. You sing. He sings great. She sings great.
I bet your kid's gonna sing too when you pop that thing out.
Yep, I think. Yep, I can see 7 people making that impression right now in my head.
Did you hear him?
I did.
What in the fuck was that? You little hamster. You dirty little hamster. Get over here.
So,
bro. That's what he did. Anyways, by 27's when I started really waking up. I was like,
yeah.
What the fuck have I been doing?
Yeah.
Where the fuck am I? Like, I started spiraling pretty hard at 27. It was just because I was waking up from a fucking coma. And by 30, I had really broken out of that son of a bitch. And then, like, the whole first part of my 30s was just healing and, like, really asking questions. And again, my life is very different. And And so I was going through without giving away details, I was going through some pretty heavy therapy at like 31, and that changed my life. And I worked in the mental health field for a decade prior, and I really was not a fan of therapists. I was like, I don't like this shit.
You already got like a bad vibe from the ones you knew?
Well, just because of the Medicaid and Medicare therapists that my clients would go to, they don't do anything with my clients. They just let them color, or like, it was frustrating. Like, you could tell that these people were making a paycheck off of literally doing nothing. And I stand by that. But that doesn't mean they were doing that with all of their clients or their patients. My therapist saved my life. Like, he opened my eyes to safety and respect and self-love and forgiveness. But I'm really weird with forgiveness. Like, if forgiveness is not easy. And I know that people put it down. Does it still have food in it?
No.
You might.
But he already had his. He already
Put
had
it up.
He
Can
had
you put
his
it
2
up?
bowls. Yep. I'm sorry, bud. You know the drill.
Up, because you're on a diet.
Yep, 2 cans a day.
2 cans of dog food a day, said the doctor. We can't give you no more because you got fat. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. Oh, my Pete man do. He just a cute little shooby-wooby-doo. I can't get enough of that Pete man do. You little tubby bitch. Tubby. Get up here. Please?
Do you want to come in the middle, or do you want to come over here? What the heck was... Or not. How about you just...
He's jumpy right now.
We don't have a camera over there, dude, so you know what? If you're trying to, like, show off whatever's out there, can't...
I think he's expecting Mom and Scott to show up.
Yeah, it's very likely. I mean, and... Scott's had...
I don't manifest that today.
And Scott's had a hell of a... Well, Scott's had a hell of a month.
Mommy's cranky, too.
And Scott had particularly a hell of a week. I mean, obviously y'all saw him with his foot. He's fine. We'll wait for him to come on. I prefer him to tell that story about what's been going on.
We're saving that, yeah.
Yeah. And that's fine.
And we know
He's
that
fine.
he drinks an excessive amount of Diet Mountain Dew. We know.
The main thing I saw when I'm editing, I'm like, there's no way I could.
I'm not editing this shit.
Yeah,
out.
I'm like, I can't.
I'm not fuzzying it out.
I can't do any. I'm not doing any fuzz. It's gonna look weird.
So
I'm like, you're gonna have to live with it.
So yeah, the moral of the story is
Scott loves Diet.
Scott loves Diet Mountain Dew, and if you live past 27, you may be all right.
Yeah.
You know?
It's pretty okay. And it sounds like Diet Mountain Dew is okay.
I will say this. A lot of people used to say, you know, and not just, you know, within the LGBTQ community, it gets better. Mm-hmm. But I heard that a lot in, like, abuse. What's the... Why? Ugh, I hate this. Not PSAs. I almost said circle jerk. That's totally the wrong word. Support group. I got thrown off because this frequency was doing dumb shit again.
I don't even know how we. Okay. I'm trying to figure out correlation there.
Anyways, this stupid bit. I apologize. The mixer's driving me crazy. It's doing that thing again. Anyways, yeah, whatever.
No.
Support groups. It gets better. And I said, no, it doesn't. Like, I was really cynical there for a little while. And then I met you. And I'm like, things do get better. My life is amazing now. And yeah, shit's hard. Life is hard. It's hard to be a person. But I feel like I'll be 40 in 6 months. And I am not like, what the fuck are you gonna do? I can't keep it from happening. I'm gonna turn 40, and it just feels like, where did the time go? Time goes by so fast. You can't even like sit and fucking process it. And if you're sitting out there and you're like, you know what, Cynthia, shut up. You don't got it all figured out. You don't know me. Fuck you. You don't know shit, bitch. Life is crazy. And but there are some people that are still like probably my age who have yet to be like really traumatized. And I mean,
again, it's about that life, life perspective, where you're from, how you're raised, who you surround yourself with. I mean, there's so many factors where it's like, it's so interesting. You can meet someone that's a 40-year-old, you can meet a 40-year-old that lives in Kansas and has, been on her family farm for, literally since the beginning, and all she knows is her neighbors. And that's it. Like, that's her life. And she's only 40 years old, never ever been, in a relationship, always just been with the family.
Yeah.
It is crazy to think about. It really is.
I mean, I don't know. I wish that this would stop. It's driving me crazy. Why is it? I didn't hear it at all earlier, and now. Sorry. I should just ignore it, because the audience probably can't hear it, but I'm going to be able to hear it, and I don't understand why it's doing it. Anyways. What? We were talking about trauma, and...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a trauma response, what I'm doing right now. Everything has to be perfect, or I'm going to get yelled at. That's what, in my mind.
Which I have not. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, I don't
You're
think,
not going to yell at me.
Yeah, I was about to say, maybe.
Nobody's going to yell at me.
Maybe him. Petey might yell.
It's from past trauma.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm going to get yelled at again.
Petey might yell, just because he's seeing you move around. He's trying to think you're playing.
He's smart ass. You're a smart ass motherfucker.
Oh, there you go. Oh, he's about to talk.
Mommy's in no mood for this today. All right, you can talk a little bit. You're making weird noises tonight. What? What do you have to say? And you're hiding behind the coffee table again. You're barking weird tonight. You're acting weird. Is this a glitch in the Matrix?
You know what? I'm gonna expose you for the real meaning.
Don't spill my tea.
Big reveal.
Oh, everyone can see you now, you son of a bitch. Nobody asked your opinion. Nobody asked, are you shaking? What is the matter? You're that mad.
His tail's wagging like.
Where's your ball?
Best they could do. Right there. Go get your ball.
You're getting so close to all of the shit you're not supposed to be close to.
Petey, you're making me feel very claustrophobic.
Go
right
get
now.
your ball.
I'm feeling very, very claustrophobic.
Go get your ball.
And you know how Daddy feels about his claustrophobia.
Thank you. How do you feel about your claustrophobia? Are you claustrophobic?
I do have tendencies to be claustrophobic, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. I've noticed it more over time. Like, as I've become an adult, I've realized that, like, being in close quarters is
I'll tell you what. Move that coffee table.
I want to be clear. That is claustrophobia, right? When you're small. Yeah, okay. So much for that reveal.
Phasmophobia is the fear of ghosts, which I do not have either. And
what a workout. I'm good.
Do you think
I could take rest tomorrow?
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you think we're living in a simulation?
Can I be honest?
Sure.
I don't know if it's a simulation as much as it is. And this is something I've had since I was a kid. I've thought about this, and this is why I've always felt kind of like an outcast. And I had friends. I was well adjusted. I like to think, but for many years as a kid, always thought that when I would especially be outside and I would see the sky and I would see the trees, I see the color, I more envisioned that we were all just ongoing, continuously painted canvases.
Yeah.
Like someone's actually painting what's happening now, like all over the place.
Like Bob Ross.
Yeah. Yeah. I never thought, specifically Bob Ross in that.
Did you fart? Oh my God. I'm afraid to breathe. Do you smell it?
Not yet.
Is it me? Nope. I smell awesome. Your ass has had it. Get up here. Where's your ball? Go get your ball, and I'll throw it.
Petey, what is with this nonsense?
You went out. You ate. Do you want to go into timeout? I haven't threatened it. We've gotten 36
really
minutes
doing
into
anything
this
to really to warrant that, but I do think you need to. I'm not sure why he's acting this way when he's gotten everything. Like, we made sure to take him on a WALK earlier. We made sure to feed him before, take him out right before, let him actually get outside a little bit more before. So I'm not getting it. I think there's a legitimate concern about he doesn't like us. He doesn't like us. That's
Do you not like us?
That's the theory I have.
You can be honest.
He doesn't like us.
I mean, what am I gonna do at this point? Kick you out? Get that out of your mouth. What the hell's wrong with you?
Dude.
I have no words. I have no words. But you are really cute. Isn't he so cute? Look at Curly right now.
Yeah,
He's sleeping.
He knows his place.
Sleeping in his bed.
Curly doesn't care about views.
Look
at this.
Clearly he's not.
Look who decided to just change.
Oh, you better knock it off, bitch. You better sit right there and be good. So you think that we're living in a painting?
Yes, a continuously, like...
Maybe it started out as that,
yeah.
And they upgraded to AI.
I hope not, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
At this rate.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by anything anymore. I listened to a podcast
especially
the other day.
with the amount more people in the world and the more things happening. Like, I feel like every time you turn on any news station or watch even YouTube, I mean, you just find anything and you're just like, wait, this all happened today?
Yeah.
Like,
it's too much.
What?
God forbid we have a day with nothing that happened. Well, it'd be so great.
Slow news
because
day.
we'd still have
slow news day.
We'd still have all this other shit to talk about, like at nauseam.
Oh yeah, you would bring that back. Yeah, you would go, oh well, there's a gap to talk about this now.
We got a lot of backlogged conspiracies.
Yeah.
I watched.
You wait for the right time.
I watched this.
For some reason, they get it right, or they just make it right. Like, when they put it out, that's when making the time is. Like, oh, it's so coincidental.
Yeah. I don't trust anybody anymore. Everyone's full of shit. Everyone's full of shit, and I don't like them, no, but don't. And I was so was it? I think it was like Monday or Tuesday. It was Monday. I don't remember. Anyways, it was Danny Jones. Sometimes I listen to his podcast. And he's got some wild people on there, man. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Right. I like to really have my mind melted by people who have crazy theories on everything.
Yeah.
Not just one thing. Like,
is it because I feel like you do it because you identify with them where you go, good, I'm not alone. I feel that I have also these, what other people would believe to be just kind of out there thoughts.
I think that I'm one of those people. I think there are just some people who have been through a lot and a lot of bullshit, a lot of fuckery, and they've seen behind the veil. And in that, and having a lot of trauma, and being able to compartmentalize and just decompress all of it, you start seeing and noticing habits in other people that are also full of shit and that also probably don't have the best intentions and that are also dirty little hamsters. And
I'll make you my dirty little hamster,
dirty little hamster, dirty little hamster. I'll make you my dirty little
Fucking
hamster.
guitar.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Little guitar solo going on.
Yeah, so I was watching Danny Jones, and he had this guy on that was a demonologist, and he, doesn't come at it from like an exorcism, like he's just not affiliated with the Catholic Church or anything.
Right, yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, I fucking love ghosts. I love ghost hunting. I don't really talk about it a lot here because we don't really plan what we're going to talk about. We just talk. And
yeah, the only thing I said, I don't mind saying, and I feel like a stickler. Was I watch these back. I edit the show, so I always hear, I don't really watch them back once it's out, because I've already heard it. The only reason I will is like obviously with these clips and whatever clips come out of it. So I'm already kind of I get fatigued pretty quick. But the one thing I notice every time is you always go, "Sorry guys, we might be out of it," and I'm like, "It's been a long week," and I'm like, I think the week will just unfold itself. And you even said, yeah, I think it will show. I think it will just show.
Quit licking the couch, you weirdo.
You're like, I think it's going to be just apparent that it's been a long week.
I think it's pretty obvious. Just look at us.
Yeah,
I mean, my God. And I had a show last night, and I had to work at like 7:30 this morning.
Yeah.
I do have to say this.
Yeah.
Before
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I do want to finish that.
Yeah, please do.
But I have to give a big shout out to Brasher's Little Nashville, and I don't do this very often, but like Corey Foltz and I had a show last night at Brasher's Little Nashville, and there were a lot of people who were from out of town, and it was incredible.
Yeah.
Like, just thank you to everybody who supported us and who came out and enjoyed themselves. My biggest goal in life, and I feel like my purpose on earth, is to spread joy, and I think we really executed that last night. Mm-hmm. Joy and love. It was just a love fest, and it was so great. But anyways, I fucking love ghosts, and Brasher's Little Nashville is so haunted, but like whatever, we won't go there. And so but they're fine. They don't care. They're cool with people. So like, fine. Just don't talk to it. They don't like that. But anyways,
you're one of the best promoters for this venue.
No, it's a pretty badass venue, especially if you like ghosts.
Especially the ghosts
and the music. It's great. And Andy and Tamara, Hamster, and so like and
the ghosts.
I've been to a lot of places. I've been to Waverly Hills a couple times, which honestly, Waverly's not that far from where we are. But if you are, if you listen to this or watch this show and ghost hunt, then everybody knows Waverly Hills. Like, it's a pretty popular hot spot. I was lucky enough to go to Eastern State Penitentiary in Pennsylvania. I've met Robert the Doll twice. Definitely got cursed by Robert, but I think he blessed me, and we'll maybe talk about that on another episode. I like that story a lot. I've got to go to the Stanley Hotel a couple times, and you got to go to the Stanley with me.
Yep.
You took me to it was Winchester, Indiana, Randolph County Infirmary.
Yes,
we get to go there with Haunted Nights. Shout out Haunted Nights. Put on an awesome night of ghost hunting,
and that was
so great.
Like my first ever like excursion of doing anything of that nature. And was that your first overnight? to do?
It wasn't my first overnight, but it had been my first one in a while, and that one was like bigger than any place I'd been to for an overnight before. And it's not really that big, but it was big to me. And there was so much activity that I was afraid to spend the night there. Yeah. But a blizzard hit, remember? And
overnight.
We couldn't
legitimately
leave.
Overnight, yeah.
It was awesome. It was like a horror movie. It was fucking awesome. There was a lot of good activity that night. Yeah.
Now, I forget, like, did we leave, like, super early? I forgot what.
We didn't leave super early, but we left earlier. And then I ended up getting COVID. Yep, and that sucked.
The good old COVID.
Good old Coco.
That was the second time you got it, right? Or the third time?
Oh, man, I'd probably had it more than that.
Well, I mean, the ones that you know about.
Yeah, probably.
Because I'm only aware of the 3.
Yeah.
For me.
Well, so I like ghosts, and they're fun. And I've been to a few different places, and I want to always go to different places, and I don't want to stop ghost hunting. I love it. However, I listened to this podcast on Danny Jones this week, and he had this demonologist. I can't remember his name, but the tagline to the episode is "Darker than Satan," so have fun with that. And it was
sounds like one I would immediately click on.
For anybody that's into the paranormal, I strongly suggest going and listening to this guy talk. It's like a 3-hour long podcast. But if you're into the paranormal and if you've been ghost hunting, or even if you're just into UFOs, I'm not calling them UAPs. Fuck you. I love the X-Files. It's UFO for life, baby. But you almost have to say UAP nowadays because nobody knows what you're talking about because I'm old.
So let me ask you, like, ghosts, people talk about ghosts. What about the I guess what would be considered the opposite, aliens?
So,
where do you stand on that?
In this podcast, he makes a really good point about how we've all developed our own cliques when it comes to the paranormal. You've got the Skinwalker Ranch people, Skinwalkers. You got Sasquatch people. You got alien abduction, UFO, UAP, and that's like so many different subcategories because not everybody agrees on that shit. Everybody has their own theories on just what that is alone. And then you've got ghosts. And ghosts are different because there are a lot of places in the U.S. and all over the world that you can pay and ghost hunt. I mean, that's what a lot of these establishments are set up for that. Mm-hmm. And that's where Randolph County Infirmary is an old mental asylum. And they've refurbished it a bit. Most of the building's without power.
We learned that the
it was cold as hell, dude. It was so cold. And so these places are set up for that. And so I've had this feeling for a little while that maybe we're not always talking. I don't feel like we're talking to dead people. I don't think we are. I think that I've had a lot of interactions with whatever it is, whatever they are. And sometimes you just feel like they're always there. I always feel like there's somebody in the room with me, but I do a lot of ghost hunting, so there probably fucking is.
Do you ever think that you actually know have you ever encountered anybody that you feel like you actually knew?
No.
Or know, like maybe, or knows you?
Oh, knows me, yes.
Oh, okay.
But not that I know.
Okay, so they know of you.
They know everything about you. Like, when you start really getting into the thick of it, ghost hunting, like, it's weird, man. And there's a lot of different forms of equipment.
Yeah.
You want to go in timeout? Get up here. Petey doesn't like us talking about ghosts. He's scared. Are you scared?
Well, that's been the other... Oh, so he's been getting scared this past week. We've had, it was just past... People still had some leftover fireworks. So people were still shooting them off. But then we've had these really random thunderstorms come through and the thunder. And so he's getting really scared of the thunder that now he's... Which,
get up here.
He's almost 8 years old and he's never done this before, but he started hiding in the bathroom and then also in the closet.
A very
which
new
apparently is common for dogs.
1 second.
Yeah.
We have 10 minutes left. Do you want to go into timeout? Yes or no? Rapid fire.
It's a big decision. Or we can have the audience vote right now. Folks, we have a 1 minute countdown. If we can we get one? I'm going to get 1 minute on the clock.
It's okay.
Oh, it's too late. Well, thanks. Thank you for ruining that. Petey, you can go fuck yourself.
So, 10 minutes, Petey, and we'll be done. I swear. Curly slept through this entire episode.
He's done. He doesn't care. He doesn't. He doesn't have any stake in this. He's like, listen, you guys didn't do the show. You're watching. If you're watching this now, depending on if I edit it tonight, I don't know. I know I said yes, I want to. I'm slowly hitting the biggest wall in the world right now. As I think everyone has. But
anyways, I feel like
we're doing this on a Saturday?
Do I feel
this is our Saturday Night Live? This is our pitch to fill in the 11:30 slot on NBC.
I mean, it's Saturday night recorded.
NBC. Yeah, it's Saturday, technically Saturday afternoon.
Do you want to go into timeout? You want to go in timeout?
Saturday afternoon pre-recorded.
We're almost done.
Also known as SAP.
He may need to go in timeout because we only have 10 minutes left, and I think he needs to go out.
But he went out though, did he not?
Yeah, but he just ate a whole shitload of food. So he may need to go into timeout until we're done.
All right.
Because he won't stop. Timeout's not scaring him anymore. You better be good. You better be good. Anyways, do I think Ghost and Aliens... I think that we have a very limited understanding of what is happening. And I think technology is starting to catch up to whatever this is. But this guy seems to call it the phenomenon. He doesn't even call it like he says the hauntings. I'm butchering this shit. But you just need to go listen to it. I really think you should go listen to it because it's like if you're into that at all, it's like wow, especially if you've ever had a paranormal experience, which I've had plenty of them. But a couple of them, I wasn't asking for it, you know. Mm-hmm. Most of them I seek out, but the best ones were the times that I didn't.
It was between that and then you were looking up near death experiences, and it's so because then it started popping up.
I love those.
So, but then it started popping up on my phone.
How is that?
It's been strange because like. You know, it's interesting when you hear some of these, like, they're all very, for the most part, they're all very interesting experiences. Mm-hmm. You know, very, like, when if anyone, like, told that story and if they actually died, you'd be like, oh my God, wow, that's crazy. But, like, then at the same time, I'm seeing that while I'm watching, like, news stories of, like, people dying in a car accident. And I'm like... Like, that's just, like, sad. You know what I mean? Like, car accidents, like, that's it?
Pretty cool.
Like, dude, like, just, like, that's it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just also think, like, you know, like, how common that is. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. And then I don't know what
That's why you got to live it up now, baby.
Yeah, I know, but the one thing that I thought
YOLO.
about that was so weird when I manifested, I don't want to manifest, I want to be clear about that. I was like thinking like when they do like any investigations like that, like do they ever like look at like the last song that was played on your radio before like
I'm sure they do now.
Cuz I've started realizing that my music sensibility it's weird.
Oh, mine is too.
Like I wouldn't like if God forbid like my best friends from home found out like the last song that was playing on the radio was like a song from Aaron Carter's most requested hits. Like, I Want Candy was the last song I was listening to. Or that snuggle song from that bunny that was that ringtone in like the mid 2000s.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What do you mean?
I have no idea what you're talking about. That song.
Oh, that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. The Sweetest Love song.
Oh my God, why would you listen to that on your own accord? That song is horribly sad.
I can't explain it, but it was on my shuffle today, and I listened to it.
You're like, I can't explain it. I may have looked it up a bunch.
I did not. That is not true. I did look it up once, but that was a while ago. We're talking like months ago.
I get embarrassed.
And it was on my what was it? It was on my It was the playlist that it was. Let me this is going to be embarrassing. Whatever. Okay. It was on my
It is embarrassing. It's crazy.
I'm
was
like,
on
why? My Daily Mix 3 playlist, which includes Hilary Duff, E18's Michelle Branch, BB Mac, Dream Street, LMNT, Paris Hilton, Disney Channel stars. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Oh, this is it. This is that's still embarrassing. Okay, Daily Mix 2. Yeah, just sit back sit back and relax. Yeah, just let me do the heavy lifting.
I am here.
Baltimora, Bass Hunter, Culture Beat, Schnuffle Bunny, Redneck, come on, Redneck.
I mean,
but of course it's Spirit of Hawk.
Spirit of the Hawk.
No, not look, Spirit of Hawk is what it says.
Yeah, I know what it says, but that's not what they say.
The Spirit of Hawk. I think that's how they sing it.
The Spirit of Hawk.
Toy Box,
oh.
Kim Sozy, the Vanga Boys. E18 is also on this one. No Mercy.
Oh, it's because you're on your phone. That's right.
And then Aqua's on this one.
Listen.
S Club.
Listen to me. We get it. We get that you are a 14-year-old girl in a grown-ass man's body.
Yeah.
I accepted it a long time ago. It's fine. I'm fine with it. I'm embarrassed when people find out there's Nickelback on my playlist. Let's do compliments.
But wouldn't that be embarrassing? Like to find that out, like the last song was one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that'd be like the one thing. Like my friends would text about, like, of course he would listen to this.
Nobody would be surprised.
Yeah, just like. Yeah.
And there is something just like so many, like if that's the worst thing that like, you're afraid of people finding on your phone.
That's the only real thing.
Then you're good.
Yeah, I'm living life.
You're good, babe.
Oh, thank God. He was going out in style listening to Aaron's Party, Come and Get It.
R.I.P.
He used to love that song.
To both of them.
Well, I'm here.
Well, I'm just saying if you were dead, I don't want that to happen. But if you died.
Can we just clip this real quick in case there's like a documentary that has to come out?
Yeah.
In evidence. Can we clip that real quick? I don't want it to happen. Is that what you said? This is you. This is your image. This is not AI generated.
Listen.
You said this.
I said what I said. He told it. He talked about dying, and I just said, "Yeah. What if?" Your Honor.
All right, he's getting upset.
Okay, so compliments. You want me to go first?
Sure.
I'm really proud of how I won't go into detail, but you're gonna go into timeout because mommy and daddy are gonna give compliments. We're almost done. So I we're talking about, being in our 30s, and the stupid noise is back.
Just gotta power through.
When I touch it, it goes away. And
maybe touch it's its love language. Physical touch, I guess.
Where's your phone?
On the cushion.
It'll stop. I don't know when, but whatever. I hate that. I have to get better at this.
I think you're doing great.
Hey, thanks. We're talking about being in our 30s and how that's like a reflection period, and you're just starting to kind of come into your own and figure shit out. At least in my experience, and I've heard in most people's experiences in life, their 30s, and then you get into your 40s and you're just like, I don't care. I don't care about dumb shit. Everything's dumb. Family and love and friends are the only thing that matter, and you just start. I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy for bullshit. And so, but for some reason, within the last year and a half, I've been faced with a lot of repressed trauma that I'm just now starting to kind of like unfold. And I want to be honest about this, because I do want to put it out there. I am very interested in either going on an ayahuasca trip or an ibogaine trip. And I know that, the U.S. is trying to push psychedelic reform and for medical treatment, and I'm an advocate for those things, especially if you're under medical supervision. There's a lot of data showing how well it helps people with trauma and drug addiction. I really didn't have... I had a pretty good time I dealt with my trauma the way that I dealt with my trauma, and with therapy, meditation, putting positive coping mechanisms into place. And just within the last year and a half, 2 years, a lot of these repressed memories have come back. A lot of things that I just kind of like shoved down and didn't want to admit and face. And it's like once you get past one set of traumas, then you're faced with a whole other set, and you're just like, I wasn't even expecting to feel this way or have to deal with it. And I have to, because my family is the most important thing to me, and I know that not getting help for your trauma leads to a lot of problems. And I don't want to become my abuser, and I've been working on really trying to figure out different coping mechanisms, honestly. But I am really thinking about doing ibogaine, and I want to put that out there because I think that it's good for people to talk about. And if you've done it, message us. I'm very curious. It's not a pleasant experience for the stories that I've heard. It's really difficult. It's not like tripping acid. You have to be under medical supervision, and it just kind of like compartmentalizes and shows you your trauma in a way that is healing the neurons in your body, I believe. And so this week's been really difficult for me, and I know I've trauma dumped on you a bit, and I'm still in a daze of coming to certain realizations, and I'm sure that this is not the last time this is going to happen. And you were there for me in a way that nobody has ever been there for me. You're not only the best partner I have ever had, hands down, but just the best person I know. And your honesty in dealing with it. And your honesty in listening to me and being honest, saying, like, this was not easy to hear. This is very difficult for me to process. And it's because you give a shit and you care and you don't know how rare that is. It's just fucking rare. And it's not that hard to give a shit. And I know that we're all loving happy jokes and light with always kiss me goodnight. But if you're with somebody who doesn't give a shit about you, fucking leave. Get help. You need a support system. If you can't do it alone, there are resources out there. And I'm so lucky to be with you. I'm so lucky. Like, thank God we found each other. And I feel so lucky to be with you that I'm constantly always hoping that you feel the same, because I feel so blessed. And, like, the last thing I would ever want to do is put you in a position where you're like, I don't know if, like, she's not communicating with me very well with these things. And, like, it's hard to communicate because it's hard for me to admit. So, like I said, I'm still in kind of a daze. And I just don't know what I would do without you. I really don't. And you've really given me the strength and the faith and love and respect within myself to be honest and share my truth. Even though I think that sounds so stupid. It's true. Like, it's okay. But it is really hard. And I love you so much.
I love you too. Thank you for that. I think we got to take it from the top. I think the initial script called you to say my name a few times, and you forgot to do that. And
Freddie?
Yeah, you were supposed to say my name just at least a few times in the. No, I.
For the clip show.
Clearly bad idea to try to even make a joke when you're not even a comedian at all.
That was funny.
It was
pretty good.
It wasn't a good delivery, and I apologize. No, because like that was so. It's hard for me to take that because like I just because I know you mean it. I just to me it's just the right thing to do. So like that's what I really, it means so much for you to say, but like to me, like it just seems like the moral right thing to do. I mean, if you're married to a person that
you're
you love,
right.
Yeah, it's the moral thing to do of being supportive and being there and listening. Because I don't, you call it trauma dumping. I didn't feel like it. You know, I feel like that's always a negative term. I felt like it was something that clearly was not weighing heavy on you, and I just allowed. You know, I just sat there and just said, and it was like it wasn't even communicated. It wasn't even like almost. I realized you were already starting, and I was like, this is okay. Just hey. Focus, like, be here. And so I knew, because I knew it was important. And then in turn, it's just like you said, and that's kind of where my compliment is like, I don't know how to best, like, it takes a lot for me to process things sometimes. And especially because we was about an hour and a half we spoke, or I should say that
I know it was crazy.
It was an hour and a half of what you had to say.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, it was about an hour and a half.
I don't even know where the hell I was.
The only reason I remember it was because we were cooking dinner, so I remember when we started dinner, and then but you saw the time at the end, so I remember that. So like on the TV. So it was. And it was like, I mean, I didn't even realize that, but, yeah, it was a lot. And I, in this weird way, was like feeling guilty because I was like, well, I'm clearly feeling some effects from it, obviously based on just what you said, feeling for you. But then in turn, I'm kind of like trying to like make heads and tails of it all, right? And so then I go, am I an asshole for having my own feelings and having like like, well, I feel this way about this? And that was the hard thing, was like me trying to accepting whether or not am I allowed to have feelings in this, because it doesn't concern me. And the situation, the situations and stuff itself, they don't concern me. But when you and I speak about it, then I'm like, oh, well, it does a little bit in terms of now the processing, the post, how does one deal with it? Mm-hmm. And that's, where I go, like, I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. Like, what is the right thing? What can I do? What do I need to do? And that's always a thing where it's like, am I doing enough? And then going, and then when you asks that somebody like, oh, it is enough, and then it's like, well, I don't feel like it's enough, but you make it so easy to communicate that, because I brought it up to you that I was having, like you said, a hard time processing it all, and I felt like I know that you've kind of lived with it and have your own ways of processing it and dealing with it, and sometimes that's acknowledging that I felt this way and okay, today is a new day, I can move on. And it's not I necessarily linger about it, it's just I'll wake up and it will still be heavy on the mind. And so I'm like, I can't just go about my day and I can put on a front, obviously if I have to do my job, and my day to day, sure, but yeah, in the back of my mind, like that's running there. Like I can't, everything else at that point in my life, I'm like, in my personal life, I'm like, that's it's there, and so that was hard to explain that, because I'm like, now am I making it about myself? And there's people that might feel that way, and that's okay, but that was what I came to, was like, I feel like I'm like, first of all, I want to be clear, like I don't want it to come off that way. I'm just saying it's been a lot for me to and I just feel like I don't want you to feel like I don't want you to feel like I'm off or something's wrong necessarily. It's not wrong. Nothing's wrong. I'm just trying to get it. And I feel like you're at a different place than where I am when it comes to where we are in terms of.
No, I think we're just two different people.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I have been conditioned to get over it quick. And not conditioned not to talk about it.
Sure.
Conditioned to have no feelings.
Right.
To not even be indifferent about it, but just like, there's just nothing about it's healthy.
Yeah.
And it was brainwashing, and I've been spending the better part of a decade deprogramming my mind from it. And
but my compliment was that I know that wasn't probably easy to hear me saying that, because I had to just communicate, hey, like I just
no.
And the fact that I know that I can do that with you to talk about that, and it's not coming from a place of harm or a place of me trying to like make you feel bad. It's like, hey, I just need you to know this because I respect you and care about you and love you enough, to bring that up to you instead of letting it stew and then turn into something that's completely unrelated that eventually triggers me to say something about it.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Like, there's so many issues that get in any relationship, and I could even say this in prior relationships. Like, you'll wait for like one thing that's so insignificant that causes it to tumble, and then you're like, oh, here are the root problems.
That's what I say about everybody. Like, you can look. I'm always interested.
You don't have an issue with the lights being on. You have an issue with not communicating when I'm coming home, type of thing.
Like, I think with every person, I'm always interested in how they got to be the way that they are. They didn't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to be a fucking sociopath. Something happened to them. Almost always. And it probably wasn't one thing.
Nope.
And, I mean, because it's taken a lot of work and a lot of discipline, a lot of self-reflection, and a lot of shadow work, and a lot of just hugging your inner child a lot, and your inner past self, like you're like trying to just be compassionate to your past self and say, you didn't fucking know any better. Like this, you didn't. And we're gonna get through it.
Yeah.
It gets better.
It does. It really does
get better.
It really does.
And I was hopeless. I really fucking was, man. I really didn't think there was any way out of my situation. And I mean, I'm very open-minded, and I tried to be, because you can't be married to your ideas in order to grow. You have to be open-minded. But when it comes to God, I mean, going through my 30s really showed me a relationship that I could have with God, which I don't really talk about a lot. And I'm not, because of my situation in my 20s, which like maybe one day I will talk about, but I don't really care to right now. It was kind of like, I don't like going to church or anything like that, because like I really feel like I'm susceptible to cults. I'm susceptible to just buying anybody that's just gonna love bomb me. And I just have a trust issues when it comes to communities. And it's not their fault. It's my fault. Somebody else's fault for doing that to me. But like, I have trust issues with people, man. And trust issues developing interpersonal relationships. And because of there's a lot of people that have taken advantage of me in the past, horribly. And I never felt that way with you. Not at any moment did I feel like this guy just wants me around for something. Like he wants me to do something for him, or he wants me to sing something, or he wants to like.
I just wanted a genuine friend.
And
I didn't have any. I didn't have any when I moved out here, and I think there were people that wanted to capitalize on the flavor of the week.
Yeah.
Because it was I came here.
It was in the Tinder era.
Well, I wasn't doing that, but it was, I came here within the first, 2 weeks I was doing performing, and then that helped get my name out there. But then in turn, people wanted to hang out with me because they thought, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm almost done. I didn't have really much to say. It was just
I'm not worried about storage.
Oh, that's fine. Fuck storage.
Fuck storage.
I fucking hate
bullshit.
Biggest bullshit in the world. You think we'd be better at it, but
storage is gonna be the biggest commodity.
Yep, probably.
Next to water.
Yep, it will.
Storage.
Yeah.
I gotta pay another 99 cents a month to Google.
Yeah.
Fuck Google.
Ugh. But yeah, I don't even know what I was exactly saying now.
I think that we've hit a wall because I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
I'm tired.
We've had a
I'm so tired. Yeah, shut the fuck up. You know what? I've had a fucking. I'm tired life.
I had a
there's that that's the one Dane Cook bit. I'd love to go out on a Dane Cook bit. What's that one bit? It's not a good bit, but it's not even it's only a fragment. It's a small section of a bit that he does.
All right, we're gonna end the show with a small.
But fragment. I don't know. I'm trying to remember what it is. I'm trying to.
I don't know.
So is that how we're gonna end it? Is me workshopping, figuring out what it is? It's I had a tough. He goes.
You have 20 seconds.
Shit.
Oh God, Petey's humping the caddy.
Hey, excuse me. I'm trying to think. All right, can you reset my 20 seconds?
I think that I'm. Okay, we need to wrap it up. Because they're going to kill each other. They're so over this. And I can't hold it together because that was fucking hilarious. We got that on camera. Then, like, he humped the shit out of Chris.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have to censor that out, right?
That would be hilarious if we censored it out. That'd be so funny.
Yeah, can't wait to see how that looks.
I love you so much.
Definitely not editing it tonight now. That's too much work.
Yeah, I need to go to bed. I really need to go to bed. And I love you.
Love you too. Good night, everybody.
Night, folks.
Or good night. Good afternoon.
Give it up for me.
Woo!
Peace out. D-Town down. We'll see you on the flippity flop. Peace.
Cynthia.